Is that a keyboard on top of an iPad? That's right. Next up, I have my top 2 digital art workspaces for iPad artists.
I ain't getting out of bed today. Keep waking up from the previous night.
This build is going to sit on top of an Elephant laptop stand. You'll need a Sketchboard Pro, and the Sketchboard Pro is going to sit right on top of this stand. Next, enter the cintweak. This is what we're going to use to attach that keyboard. Now I did a full video on the cintweak, link down below, but I got to show you exactly how I attach this thing. You're going to mount it dead set in the middle of that Sketchboard Pro. You'll line it up, and part of those pieces of Velcro are going to sit on top of those top 2 kickout legs, just like this. You only need 2 of them. Secure the cintweak by lowering each arm against the Velcro. Now thread the thumb screw in on the left side to complete the attachment. Don't over tighten it though. Instead, thread the second one in on the right side and then go back and tighten that left one up. This is what it should look like when it's all done. Now we place our laptop stand down and we slowly place the Sketchboard Pro with the cintweak attached onto the stand. Now if you're planning to move around a lot, now one thing I would suggest is that you use some of that extra Velcro that came with the cintweak and you attach the Sketchboard Pro to the stand itself. This isn't necessary depending on your angle, but that Velcro will still allow you to detach the Sketchboard Pro while allowing you to put a little bit more weight on it when in use. Attach your keyboard of choice. I use the Logitech MX Mini, and as you can see in Procreate, we've got some keyboard shortcuts going. Now the great part about this particular build is you have use of the keyboard while you're working and not having to reach for it. So for example, if you're on your iPad and you're multitasking, you don't need to fumble around searching for a keyboard just to answer a post. Remember, the keyboard is detachable, so you don't have to sacrifice a good keyboard by permanently attaching it to the cintweak. And there it is, your portable, productive iPad digital art workspace powerhouse. Hey, I hope this video was helpful. If you'd be so kind to do the needful down below, I would really appreciate it so you won't miss anything. My second build is what I call a tank build. This uses a different and common adjustable laptop stand and the Sketchboard Pro. It's easy enough. You're going to kick the top 2 legs out and place it right on top of that laptop stand. Don't worry about it sliding all over the place. That's what the legs do. Those laptop stands are heavy, particularly the metal part, so you should be able to slide it right in the middle and not have any movement at all, nothing slipping. It should feel just right. Now thread your power cable and insert your iPad into the Sketchboard Pro, and we're just about ready to go. Now just a word about the Sketchboard Pro. I did a full review, the links are down below, of this item. And sure, it's the most costly of things you're going to need to complete either of these 2 builds, but I feel it's a necessary component to get to as close of an art table or drafting table type experience, especially people who have been trained more traditionally. Now I use this for my streaming and recording setups, and this is especially useful if you like to pull your tablet or your artboard or your art table closer into your lap. This is sort of how it works in practice. I've got some software that allows me to mirror my iPad on my PC. I use that software as an input source in OBS. Then I'm just using a phone or a webcam behind me recording me over the shoulder. I'm sorry about the camera shake here. I'm actually filming this on a homemade table that has wheels on the bottom of it. It helps me move my portable setup with the mic to different positions in the room, depending on where I want to shoot. And normally, sitting a lot closer, it's a lot stable against the arms of my chair. In other words, you're less likely to have this problem since you're not using such a cheap piece of trash like I am to film your YouTube videos. You might ask why I didn't use the cintweak in this build. Well, that's because with the legs kicked out, you can't actually attach it, which is why in the first build, you need that Elephant laptop stand. Still, even with the keyboard off to the side, this is a good build for me. It's definitely more ergonomic and prevents any unnecessary strain to my back and neck. This allows me to either record YouTube videos or stream for extended sessions without any problems. The benefits of these builds is that they are portable, which means you aren't permanently attached to a desk, nor do you require anything like a permanently mounted monitor arm or something like that. These components are relatively cheap, save for maybe the Sketchboard Pro, although that's debatable. As I mentioned in my review, I think it is really a good value for the money, and there isn't really much out there, if anything, in terms of competition, meaning some other product that does the same thing. Finally, to round things off, throw in a paper-like screen protector. It's got a nice friction type surface to mitigate that feeling of drawing on glass, which is terrible. Once again, I did a review including complete install instructions for Paperlike, and that link is down below. Hey, hopefully this helped you out. If you think this video was good, why don't you check out this one over here? And I'll see you guys in the next one.